Hi, Marco. Thank you for joining me for our Victorian Government Coffee Chat series. I hope you have your coffee ready.
Right here.
Yeah, I have my coffee ready in our study Melbourne coffee cup. I'll bring you one when I visit
Yes,
Batam next.
forward to that.
Okay, so before we go into our chat, do you mind telling me about Nongsa Digital Park and provide a bit of introduction about yourself and your role at Nongsa Digital Park as well as Infinite Learning?
Sure. So Nongsa Digital Park was inaugurated in March 2018. It's an infrastructure plus content project that basically is meant to attract Indonesian talent to get upskilled and either proceed for an entrepreneurial career by setting up a startup that benefits with the whole ecosystem that we are putting in place, or work for Indonesian unicorns and international companies, especially based here in Singapore, where I am today, that are looking to expand their talent, and they're also looking at Indonesia with great interest. And because of the proximity of Nongsa Digital Park, which is only a bit more than half an hour ferry from Singapore, this has been seen as an attractive proposition. This proposition has its own roots in a company of our group, which is called Chitramas Group, that has been involved now for more than 20 years in content production, digital animation, movies, TV series. And this company has been based in Nongsa for the past 15 years or so. And so we have demonstrated that we are capable to attract talent from different parts of Indonesia, train the talent and retain the talent. And so we transfer this know-how to all the other companies that are with us in Nongsa Digital Park. Finally, we needed basically to have a platform in Nongsa Digital Park whereby we could have proper vocational education initiatives that would benefit the talent coming there to get upskilled and then find their own career path. We started, I would say, very big with Apple. So we set up this Infinite Learning division within Infinite Studios, whereby we have a license from the Indonesian government to conduct vocational education courses. And we started with Apple. We had a collaboration that has been a very successful one for the Apple Developer Academy project. And then we added other things that I think is going to be the subject of the conversation now.
Yeah, I think I visited your Infinite Studio about 6 or 7 years ago. Very impressive facility. Yeah, hope to be able to visit again soon.
Thank you.
Yeah. And last year we heard about RMIT's partnership with Infinite Learning, and we are excited to hear about the launch of the cybersecurity program just like 2 months ago. So why cybersecurity courses, and what makes the Infinite Learning RMIT cybersecurity courses special or different from the other cybersecurity courses on offer currently?
Okay, first of all, why RMIT, right? Because our intention is to have, after our experience, which is still ongoing, fantastic experience with Apple, we wanted to have other educational initiatives in Nongsa Digital Park. And therefore, we wanted to partner with an international university that has a very wide curriculums and experience, in particular into the digital economy, because that's the whole proposition. That's why it's called Nongsa Digital Park, because we're mainly at the digital economy. So we have been in contact for quite a while with RMIT, and we have been impressed by RMIT credentials and their role also in Australia, and particularly in Victoria, in spearheading, in supporting with fantastic talent the digital economy down there in Victoria. And we have seen also the experience of RMIT in Vietnam, and how this has been transformational for the Vietnamese economy, because RMIT is producing great talent that benefits the Vietnam economy. So we were impressed and we are humbled to be partners of RMIT in Nongsa Digital Park. Personally, but also as a group, we like to do things step by step. And so we are not going to have all of a sudden a fully fledged campus with a lot of different courses. We want to build this step by step. And we wanted to focus first on one particular course in one particular sector. And we felt that cybersecurity is definitely an aspect within Indonesia where more skilled talent will be definitely appreciated by any industry, right? This does not have to be only about the digital economy. And so that's why we decided to start with cybersecurity. But this is just the beginning.
And these cybersecurity courses that you're offering, is it like a short courses, or is it like a diploma program, or what about the entry requirement? Are you doing it? Can high school students or high school graduates take the course, or do you only accept people with a prior background or from industry who have like an industry background in IT and cybersecurity?
Okay, so we wanted to start first with a course that can be accessible by anyone. Okay, like a first step into cybersecurity, although you will get also certification from Cisco on cybersecurity essentials once you complete successfully the course. Why we did this? Well, in particularly in Nongsa, that is in Batam Island, Batam also had a lot of activities that were related to tourism industry, right? And tourism was badly hit during the COVID. So it's also a potential opportunity for people that have lost jobs or they wanted to make a career switch to get a feeling, a taste of what is cybersecurity all about, get an initial small certification, and then it's of interest to continue. The idea to have this kind of modules so that once you completed the different modules, you can get something like a diploma or this kind of higher certifications. But we wanted to do something that is accessible to more people and allows them to enter cybersecurity. Anyway, we're already doing batch number 2.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah, batch number 2 is currently held in Jakarta because this is a specific batch for one of the Indonesian government agencies. So they're quite impressed by our cybersecurity. So we are doing right now, as we speak, a dedicated session there, and then we will do another batch again in Nongsa Digital Park.
So you're saying like if companies in Jakarta or in other cities in Indonesia require cybersecurity training, but they don't want their staff to travel to Batam, that is possible?
Yeah, it's something that we can work out because anyway, what we are currently doing is hybrid kind of live delivery of the room. So we have a professor live from RMIT that conducts the lessons, and then we have physically present tutors, mentors that can support the students after the lesson when they have to do the assignment, if they have any question. And I mean, with the first batch, it worked well. Actually, the first batch of the inauguration, we were blessed to have the presence from the Victoria government of Becca. I thank Becca a lot for being there, and I think she liked what she saw. And so this is working, which also helps us to make these courses affordable and in line with the pricing in Indonesia. Of course, once we will have more robust presence, we can also envisage live tours of RMIT faculty that anyway times travel to Vietnam, so they can do a stop here and also be present in our Nongsa Digital Park.
Any plan to offer the programs in Singapore or Malaysia, since Batam is so close to Singapore and Malaysia?
Our focus is Indonesia.
Okay.
By the way, RMIT has a multi-decade collaboration with an educational institution in Singapore. So RMIT already has activities here in Singapore. Our focus is Indonesia.
And I think you mentioned earlier, Marco, that you're also planning to offer other RMIT's courses in future. If yes, when can we expect new courses to be available at Infinite Learning, and in what areas?
So one area where Infinite Learning is going to get active is an area related to virtual productions and gaming. Okay, so in particular in gaming, Indonesia has a great interest to expand the digital gaming industry in the country, and I think the country benefits of great talent that is very creative. We see with the talent that we have in our digital animation. So I can see that Indonesia can be a place where you will have flourishing indie domestic games coming out, and given the size of the country, this makes it very interesting. So actually, I am planning to be in Melbourne for the Game Week this fantastic initiative, which I understand is the leading initiative in the region on digital gaming. We are going to have, as Infinite Learning, dedicated specific software courses in the near future on gaming, but then we understand that we can leverage on RMIT capabilities in that. Is something, if RMIT people are listening to me now, that have not yet discussed, because I'm supposed to meet a representative of RMIT here in Singapore in a few days' time. But I think gaming will be, anything related to digital gaming, ideation, creation, is something that definitely we will want to look into.
Very exciting news indeed. I agree with you. I mean, game development is like the next area that generates a lot of interest from students, especially high school graduates. Thank you, Marco, for your time today. Great to have you join us for this coffee chat. And thank you for sharing with us about Nongsa Digital Park, Infinite Learning, and your new programs from RMIT. So Study Melbourne and Victorian Government are super happy and super excited about your program in Batam, and we will continue to work closely with you to promote the program. We hope that it will benefit a workforce in industry in Indonesia, particularly the banking and finance sector, who are facing increasing cyber threat every day. So a pleasure to chat with you, and I hope to meet you in person over coffee soon in Batam.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Victoria Government and Study Melbourne Victoria for the support. I'm blessed to have your support. Thank you very much. And
thank you, Marco.
We will develop more things in the near future.